Hello there. So today I thought I'll do an English vlog about my days. Wow, look at the sky. My days at my parents' place. They live in a village. Yeah. And I have a dog here. So I just thought to show you how I live in a small Russian village at my parents'. Check my outfit. First of all, look at this. It's giving corn. Wow. I also have the same pants. So yeah, come and join me. So here's the little devil, and yeah, I cannot move because oh. Can you stop that, please? It's a girl. Her name is Tyra from Tyra Banks. I really love the show American Next Top Model, and here she is. And today, no, stop it. So now I'm collecting cherries so we can make jam or something like that, like compote. So yeah, let's do it. It's really ripe now, so I guess it's even overripe because it's really black and dark. Yeah, let's do it. It's getting hot. When I got out, it was like 18 degrees Celsius, and it was windy and quite cold. So I was wearing this beautiful jacket, sporty jacket. So now it's like the sun came out and it's really hot. I'm also using gloves because cherries leave the stains like on my hands, and it's really hard to clean and wash your hands after. It's not genetically modified. It's maybe that's why it's not so beautiful, you know. But still, it's really nice. Look how many we have. My dog is eating something. What are you eating? Tyra, what are you eating? She's helping me. She really likes to be around when we do something in the garden. So she's just, oh, look at that little tail. I find this really meditative, you know. I don't even listen to music. I just try to be with myself and my thoughts. And I rarely do this because it's horrifying. I don't really like my thoughts. So, but I just try to take a chance and, you know, get used to being with my thoughts alone. So yeah, these things will really help. You just listen to the nature sounds, the dog, like you can even talk to your family. But now I cannot do this because my mom is doing something else. I don't know. So yeah, and I also try to go like branch by branch, so it's all neat and clean. And it also gives me some satisfaction. And I'm also getting tanned. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I don't have a choice. It's irresistible. irreversible. What other cool words in English I know? I don't know. My brain's not braining today, so I'm really bad at English today. I'm sorry about that. Probably you were expecting something better, but not today. So now I'm collecting, and guess what the next step is? I think you'll never guess it. If you haven't lived in a village and you haven't done what I'm doing right now, I guess you would never guess what I'm going to do next. Пытаюсь. Here's my haul. Dog's butt. So my parents found this wall box here, probably for the pipes, and they decided to make a pool here. It's quite small, but that's interesting. Like, they were just digging the ground and found the whole thing here. It's like a treasure. Tara, you are not allowed to go there. No. Go play with yourself. Entertain yourself. Good dog.
Как бы правильно учить вот собирать яблоки, да? Саш, не знаешь, как правильно?
Не знаю. I got really lazy and numb. I don't know. My brain was not braining, so I won't speak again, but I'll do a voiceover so you understand more what I'm doing. So here we pick up the fallen apples, otherwise they will rot, and we don't want that. It's kind of a pointless task because about the same amount of apples will fall the next day, but still. And you might think, why even pick them up? Let them rot, it'll be like compost, good for the soil, right? But no. Here I'm hopelessly trying to train my dog to help me out and be at least slightly useful. But no success. Yeah, so we need to pick up apples because first, compost doesn't really work that way. It's not just rotten apples. Second, the smell. The third thing is that people and a dog walk here and it's all turned into a disgusting, stinking, vomit-like mush. So after I collected a bucket of old apples, I need to throw them away to compost. We have a compost pile here, so that's what I'm going to do now. I also found an interesting thing. What do you think it is? It looks like a little bottle, you know, but I think this is the cap, like for a bottle, from Soviet times. But I don't know. I guess like there is a bottle and you put this on top. Write in the comments what do you think it is? Well, it looks cool, like a bottle from a magic potion. Here I also have raspberries, and basically what you do is you need to check if there are any bugs because they are not tasty. They're also very ripe, but we don't know what to do with them. They rot very fast. Of course we can make some jam again, or I don't know, something like that. But it takes time to do this. Okay, I need to go. Well, I found an interesting thing on this tree. It looks like some kind of a tree fungus. It's very soft and spongy, and it doesn't really break when you press it. So we keep picking up the apples because we have several apple trees. And can you see that my phone is kind of moving because of the wind? This is so weird because it's sitting on a hard surface and it shouldn't be doing that, but I think I can see it. Can you see it? We saved some good apples for compote, which is a classic Russian drink made by boiling fruits and berries. It's great hot, but in summer, of course, nothing can be better than an ice-cold glass of compote. A few apples were hiding in that thick grass, more like a floor jungle. It felt like an Easter egg hunt, kinda. We don't really have that tradition, but if Easter happened in summer, I think we would find a place where to hide chocolate bunnies and eggs. Look how tidy and well kept my mom's garden is. She lives here full year, it's her main house. So her garden is her pride and joy, and she considers it the face of her home. Look at these green trees. I don't really know their names. They look like tropical ones, but these green ones are thriving. But this bright, colorful one is dying. Reminds me of myself, actually. Don't judge a book by its cover, guys. Also, I'm allergic to my dog, but as you can see, I absolutely can't say no to giving her scratches. Lunchtime! This is a very popular Russian TV show. It's called The Battle of the Psychics. It's all staged, but still it's really interesting to watch. This is one of my favorite soups from my mom. It's called sorrel soup. So listen up, here's what's in it.
Щавель. Вкусный бульон.
Бульон.
Лук, морковь, картошка, щавель, соль, перец. Все. Потом яйцо и сметанка. Все.
Салат.
Салат. Редиска 1 штука. Огурец 1 штука. Крабовая палка 2 штуки, если крупные. Пекинская капуста, лук репчатый, соль, перец, чуть майонеза.
Во.
I also love eating soup with bread and to put some mustard on bread. It's really delicious. Приятного аппетита, guys! Another ritual that I only keep at my parents' place is tea with candies after soup. Can you guess why I put on this raincoat and what is this all about? Remember what I mentioned at the start of this video? After we picked and washed the cherries, we had to pit them to make jam. I'm using this old Soviet device to pit cherries, and I remember back in my childhood people would organize whole group cherry pitting sessions, and it was proper family time. Remember how I was wearing gloves because cherries stain your hands? Well, forget that. In this scorching heat, wearing gloves was just unbearably hot and uncomfortable. So I took them off and sacrificed my hands for the sake of delicious homemade jam. It only took me an hour to pit all the cherries, but my back was absolutely killing me from sitting in one position. So my hands are blood red, just like I committed murder or something. And soon the red stains will turn purple as the juice washes off. It's like magic. I also not going to throw away these leftovers from the lobotomy. Mom said that there's still too much flesh on it, and in the village nothing goes to waste, and we're going to make compote from it. So right now we're making cherry jam, adding a whole kilo of sugar to the bucket I picked and let it soak for some time. To these cherry pits we'll add more cherries and the good apples we picked today and make compote. One more task Mom gave me, pick some parsley. It grows right in our garden, so it's not far to go. Among other things growing in her garden, mint, which is perfect for cocktails, lemonades and tea. And lemon balm, mostly used for tea as well. We've also got green onions here. We usually use them for salads. Here are the sorrel leaves that we used for the soup, but I like to eat it just like that. They're super sour, but I really like it. My mom grows lettuce too in her greenhouse. These flowers might look random, but Mom says they keep bugs away. And over here, tomatoes, bell peppers, cilantro, basil, black currant. We use its leaves for cooking and tea too. Cabbage, tomatoes, but they're not ripe yet. Some carrots, beetroots, and also potatoes. My parents have moved several times during their lives, and like I said, in the village nothing goes to waste, so that's why we now have these huge water tanks, basically baths, for collecting rainwater and settled water, which is great for the plants. Here's the compote, almost done. And here's sugar with cherries. Later we'll put the pot on the stove and start making the jam. If I want her to stop nagging me, I just give her the stick. And when she comes... Oh, где палка? Где палка? Где палка? Принеси палку. Принеси палку. Где палка? Дай палку. I just ask her to bring her stick, and then the game starts, and she doesn't let me take this stick, and she doesn't come to me. Ты такая сладкая собака. Ты такая сладкая собака, да? No! She's so cute. Ай, Тер, мне больно. Ну, да, я люблю тебя, сладкий собак. Я люблю тебя. Only late at night, Mom and I realized that we hadn't started cooking the jam. It has to be done because it might go bad. So we dragged ourselves to bed, completely exhausted. And yeah, that was the first day in a village, and I see you tomorrow. Don't close the video. So my second day in the village at my parents' house began with picking another berry, red currants. And as you might have noticed, this isn't my parents' garden, it's my grandmother's one. My grandparents passed away several years ago, so no one takes care of the garden anymore. So much time goes into maintaining just one garden, let alone two. But these bushes that were planted a long time ago still grow here, and we can still use them to gather berries. Look at this enormous cherry tree. This is what happens when you don't control their growth. It's almost as tall as the house. This grapevine has used the current branches to climb and to grow, and now they're so tangled that it's nearly impossible to separate them. Here's all that Mom and I managed to pick. It was midday, scorching hot, and it took us about an hour and a half. We don't need much, like I said before, it all has to be processed and used before it goes bad. Mom also picked some parsley to freeze it and use later. Look, that's a lot. Here are my grandparents, Valentina and Victor, when they were young. And here's me, when I was little. Who would have thought that such a sweet little girl would grow up to be me? We also found a few antique trays. They're really heavy, but I don't think they're silver. Still, they look very unique, and I would like to use them in my interior sometime later. Finally, it's time to sort through the currants we picked. I collected them with the stamps still attached to avoid damaging them, and now I need to strip the berries from the stems to make jam or freeze them later. It wasn't relaxing or meditative anymore because it was rather exhausting. My back was already aching and all I wanted was to lie down. But it had to be done. I've also gotten used to all kind of insects. There are so many in the countryside that every trip outside means an encounter with them. So yeah, I'm not scared of them anymore. I was so exhausted, I didn't even want to film anymore. Thank you for spending these 2 days with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!